From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Wednesday, August 30th, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.35 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,308 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 4.1 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $4,553. Antiwar.com reports at least 16 civilians, including a number of women and children, were killed and many others wounded Monday in western Afghanistan when NATO warplanes carried out a flurry of airstrikes in the Zirko district of the Herat province, aiming to hit a Taliban base. The raid started with strikes on the Taliban base, but quickly got out of hand when survivors of that strike started fleeing in all directions, and the NATO planes responded by bombing civilian homes in the same neighborhood, assuming the Taliban had taken refuge there. Provincial officials say a number of Taliban fighters were killed in the strike, 16 to 18 depending on the source, but all seem to agree that the attack also resulted in substantial numbers of civilian deaths. Though the Defense Ministry had initially credited the Afghan Air Force with the strike, they later admitted it was a NATO operation. NATO, for its part, has been unusually silent on the operation, having made no statement confirming or denying the incident, nor their requisite claim that they'd heard reports of civilian deaths and intend to investigate. In 2115 New England, there are no borders, no states, and no regulations, yet never has a more peaceful and prosperous place existed. Faced with the prospect of waning power, Mr. Drake intends to replace the anarchy of New England with a government. Anarchy in New England by Joe Jarvis is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. UPI reports mobile ride-hailing service Uber said Tuesday it would stop one of its most controversial practices, tracking the location of riders for 5 minutes after their trip. The company told The Hill its new updates would allow users to share their location data with Uber only when they actively are using the app. Uber faced backlash from customers and privacy advocates last year when it announced its decision to collect the data even after a ride has ended. At the time, Uber said they used the data to improve pickups, drop-offs, customer service, and to enhance safety. Users could opt out of the data collection practices, but had to manually select the option through the app's settings. Uber spokeswoman Melanie Ensign told the Los Angeles Times that though the app asked all users for permission to collect the data, it only did so for Android devices, not iPhones or mobile devices using other operating software. For over 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals. Gold, silver, platinum, and palladium. They don't feed the banks. They're Bitcoin preferred and have removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts Brokerage today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports the Rubik's Cube has delighted and confounded millions of players since Hungarian architecture professor Erno Rubik created it in 1974. Now the company that makes the twisting puzzle wants to stop the maker of Duncan yo-yos from selling an alleged knockoff. Rubik's brand Ltd. has sued Duncan Toys company and the retailer Toys R Us to halt sales of a puzzle cube, which Duncan calls Quick Cube, that is said to copy the world's best-selling puzzle game. According to the complaint filed on Monday night in U.S. District Court in Manhattan, Duncan's 3x3 cube mimics the features and overall appearance of the Rubik's Cube, mainly differing in its colors and slight rounding of the corners. Rubik's brand, which is based in London, said this amounted to trademark infringement and unfair competition, and that Toys R Us was also liable for selling Duncan's cubes. The complaint said consumers who expect to receive plaintiff's Rubik's Cube puzzle, for which plaintiff has developed a national and international reputation, will be disappointed when using defendant's imitation, which causes irreparable harm to Rubik's brand, reputation, and goodwill. Toys R Us sells the Rubik's Cube for $15.99 and the Duncan Quick Cube for $4.99, according to its website. Duncan spokesman Mike Burke on Tuesday said the allegations are without merit and that the company intends to vigorously defend itself. The lawsuit seeks to recoup alleged illegal profits and triple damages and the destruction of unauthorized cubes. According to the complaint, Rubik's Cube became a fad in the United States soon after launching in 1980 under a license to Ideal Toy Company, but remained on the market after demand fell. Roughly 100 million Rubik's Cubes have been sold worldwide. This has been FPP Radio News, online at fppradio.com.